to improve and keep up the pace of developing an excellent work culture and a sincerely friendly corporate environment. Ladies and gentlemen, respected colleagues, leaders, and friends, today we gather to reflect upon one of the most defining elements of any modern organization, its work culture. Not its infrastructure, not its technology, not even its revenue charts, but the environment in which its people think, act, collaborate, and grow. Work culture is the invisible but powerful force that shapes how we show up, how we feel, and how we perform every single day. And as the world around us accelerates with unprecedented speed, new technologies emerging, industries transforming, and expectations rising, it has become more important than ever, not only to improve our organizational culture, but to keep pace with its evolution. If an organization wants excellence, innovation, and sustainability, it must first cultivate an ecosystem in which people flourish. A sincerely friendly corporate environment is not a luxury, it is a strategic foundation. High-performing cultures do not emerge by accident. They are built intentionally, nurtured continuously, and protected with unwavering commitment. Today, I wish to explore how we can elevate our work culture, accelerate its development, and ensure that the spirit of sincerity, collaboration, and mutual respect remains not just alive, but vibrant and thriving. 1. Understanding the heart of work culture. People, not policies. At the core of any organizational culture lies its people. Culture is not created by handbooks, mission statements, or posters in the hallway. It is created by human interactions, by the tone we set in meetings, by the empathy we extend to colleagues, by the trust we build, and by the words we choose when communicating with one another. To improve and sustain a healthy culture, we must begin by recognizing that every employee carries unique experiences, strengths, and challenges. Every voice matters, regardless of title or tenure. Every contribution adds value, no matter how large or small. A strong work culture is one where individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. When people feel respected, they perform better. When they feel trusted, they innovate. When they feel supported, they stay committed. And when they feel connected, they bring their full selves to work. Investing in people emotionally, intellectually, and professionally is the first and most essential step in cultivating excellence. 2. Encouraging open, honest, and respectful communication. Communication is the bloodstream of an organization. Without transparency, misunderstandings thrive. Without openness, creativity suffocates. Without respect, collaboration collapses. To build a sincerely friendly environment, we must foster a culture where communication flows freely. Encourage team members to speak up without fear of judgment. Invite feedback regularly and treat it as a gift, not a threat. Replace hierarchical conversations with human conversations. Listen not to reply, but to understand. Great cultures are built on dialogue, not monologue. They invite discussion, debate, and exchange. They celebrate new ideas and encourage constructive disagreement. They value clarity over assumptions. When communication becomes honest, empathetic, and respectful, trust becomes the default, and a friendly work environment becomes not a goal, but a natural result. 3. Leading with integrity, humility, and authenticity. Leadership plays a defining role in shaping work culture. Leaders set the atmosphere, the standards, and the tone of interaction. They are the architects of trust and the carriers of organizational values. To improve work culture, leaders must walk the talk. Employees observe behavior more than they listen to instructions. Admit mistakes. Showing vulnerability creates psychological safety. Celebrate others. Recognition fuels motivation. Be available. Approachability strengthens connection. Act fairly. Consistency reinforces loyalty and respect. A sincerely friendly environment is not created when leaders assert authority. It is created when they demonstrate humanity. When leaders show that they care not only about outcomes but also about people, employees feel inspired, not obligated. Leadership must evolve from command and control to guide and support, from giving answers to asking questions, from managing tasks to empowering people, from creating followers to nurturing leaders. Half 4, building collaboration over competition. A thriving corporate culture is deeply rooted in collaboration. While healthy competition can be motivating, excessive internal rivalry weakens teams, divides departments, and diminishes trust. To build a culture that grows organically and harmoniously, we must promote team goals alongside individual goals, encourage cross-departmental collaboration, recognize collective achievements publicly, break down silos that isolate employees, incentivize sharing of knowledge, not hoarding of expertise. When people collaborate, they learn from each other. They strengthen relationships, expand perspectives, and achieve outcomes far greater than the sum of individual efforts. A friendly and sincere environment thrives in unity, not rivalry. It grows through connection, not isolation. 5. Prioritizing employee well-being and emotional health. In today's fast-paced corporate landscape, employees often juggle multiple responsibilities, deadlines, and pressures. While ambition drives progress, burnout destroys potential. A humane workplace prioritizes well-being alongside productivity. Improving work culture requires respecting boundaries and encouraging work-life balance, offering flexibility where possible, providing mental health support, counseling, or wellness initiatives, identifying signs of stress early and responding with compassion. Creating a culture where it is acceptable to say, I need help, I am overwhelmed, or I need a break. Well-being is not a perk, it is a prerequisite for sustained performance. When people feel mentally and emotionally supported, they show greater resilience, creativity, and commitment. A sincerely friendly corporate environment places the human before the employee. 6. Recognizing effort, appreciating contribution, celebrating success. Recognition is a powerful cultural catalyst. People thrive when they feel appreciated. A simple thank you, great job, or I value your contribution can uplift morale more than many complex organizational initiatives. To accelerate the development of an excellent work culture, organizations must celebrate not only outcomes but efforts, acknowledge behind-the-scenes contributors, recognize consistent performers as well as innovative thinkers, celebrate team milestones and personal achievements, highlight examples of kindness, collaboration, and integrity. Appreciation strengthens relationships, builds confidence, and spreads positivity. A culture that celebrates its people becomes a workplace people are proud to belong to. Ensuring fairness, equality, and inclusiveness. An excellent work culture is defined not only by friendliness, but also by fairness. A sincerely friendly environment must be free from discrimination, favoritism, and bias. To uphold fairness, ensure equal opportunities for growth and development. Create transparent promotion and evaluation processes. Encourage diversity in teams, perspectives, and leadership. Address workplace concerns without delay or partiality. Foster a culture that respects differences and celebrates individuality. Inclusiveness is not merely representation, it is participation. It is the ability for every employee to bring their identity, culture, and voice into the workplace without fear of being judged or sidelined. A fair and inclusive environment naturally produces trust, loyalty, and excellence. 8. Supporting professional growth and lifelong learning. A culture that grows requires people who grow. When employees feel stagnant, disengagement follows. When they feel supported in their career journey, they bring enthusiasm, energy, and innovation. To nurture growth, provide regular training and development programs, offer mentorship and guidance, encourage skill building and exploration of new interests, support employees in setting career goals and achieving them, promote internal mobility and new opportunities. Learning is not a one-time event, it is a continuous journey. As the corporate world evolves, so must its people. A learning-oriented culture builds not only competence, but also confidence. Maintaining consistency and continuity in cultural development. Improving work culture is not a one-time campaign. It is a continuous commitment. It requires daily reinforcement, consistent leadership, and long-term vision. To maintain momentum, regularly evaluate cultural strengths and gaps, update policies to reflect evolving needs, encourage cultural ambassadors within teams, keep communication channels open and active, stay adaptable in the face of change, but consistent in core values. Culture is a living ecosystem. It must be nurtured, protected, and renewed. The pace of cultural development should match and ideally exceed the pace of business development. 10. Building a culture rooted in sincerity, kindness, and humanity. At the heart of an excellent culture lies kindness, simple acts of respect, empathy, and genuine human connection. A sincerely friendly environment is one where people support each other through challenges. Colleagues celebrate each other's personal and professional wins. Leaders lead with compassion. Individuals treat each other with dignity. The workplace becomes not just a space of productivity, but a space of belonging. Kindness is contagious. Respect is magnetic. Sincerity is transformative. When these qualities become cultural norms, the organization moves beyond success to significance. Have conclusion, a vision for the future. In closing, let us remember, improving and sustaining a culture of excellence is not a task for any one person, department, or leader. It is a shared responsibility and ongoing collective mission. It requires intention, patience, empathy, and unwavering dedication. A great workplace culture is built when communication is open, not obstructed. Leadership is humble, not hierarchical. Collaboration is encouraged, not overshadowed by competition. Recognition is abundant, not withheld. Well-being is prioritized, not overlooked. Inclusiveness is genuine, not performative. Learning is continuous, not occasional. Values are lived, not laminated. Kindness is practiced, not preached. When we unite with the purpose of building an environment where people can thrive, emotionally, intellectually, and professionally, the organization as a whole rises to new heights. Let us commit today, not merely in words, but in actions, to shaping a culture where excellence becomes natural, innovation becomes habitual, and humanity becomes foundational. A culture where people feel proud to work. A culture where people feel inspired to grow. A culture where people feel connected, supported, and valued. A culture where sincerity and friendliness are not exceptions, they are expectations. Together, let us build not just a workplace, but a community. Not just a team, but a family. Not just an organization, but an enduring legacy. Thank you.